New Wave Podcast, we back. Yeah,
Yep.
Natch 412, my co-host. Brendan up in here. Drama, he's the guest today.
Yep.
It was good.
Cold Sweats, out now.
Long time coming.
No motherfucking doubt.
Yeah,
We got a lot to talk about.
definitely.
A lot.
Definitely.
Cold Sweats. How the reception been on Cold Sweats, man?
Shit been good, man. Been getting a lot of good feedback on that shit. I think it's my best project that I done put out. And that shit's moving for me to not drop no music in a long ass time. So everybody was definitely waiting on that shit. City Sun, Mad Love. I ain't really seeing no hate, you feel me? Everybody. Niggas just motivating me. Like, I'm just feeding off of the energy out here.
Yeah, you think you about to keep it going? Drop back with something new? Because I saw what you said in the documentary. Every time you see someone in the street, Drum, when you dropping something, you been putting out nothing. You know what I'm saying? Now you putting out something. What's up?
I've been hearing that shit for the last 2-3 years, man. And I'm like, I was telling niggas I got it coming, you feel me, man? I was just trying to sit back and get my mind right. You know, nigga out here playing in the streets and shit, you feel me? It'd be kind of hard to do both and shit, but now I'm just on some rap shit, so I'm just getting it back on, bro. And I'm gonna follow back up with this shit. Looking to June, end of May, June. No later than that.
Right.
Let them know I'm all the way back. You feel me?
Right. For the folks who don't start, let's get into it. So where does the drama story start at? You know what I mean?
From the beginning.
Yeah. Coming up and shit on Burrows and shit. I'm Little Butter. You feel me? My dad, Big Butter. So, that's what everybody, everybody know me bad. But drama came from just me and my niggas and shit. We was just riding and shit. And niggas was like, man, my man Fresh and shit. Free my man Fresh.
Yep.
He named me that shit. You feel me? He just felt like it fitted me. So that's where that shit really came from and shit. When I jumped off the porch on the north side over on Wilson and shit.
Okay. So you was always in the shit? That's where you got the drama at?
Yeah.
So you lived on the north first?
Nah, the hill. But
you say you jumped off on the north?
Yeah. I went to the north side when I was about 15, 16 and shit.
Okay.
That's when I really you feel me?
Yeah.
In the shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I got you. So as growing up as a kid, you know what I mean? What type of kid was you? What was you into? Was you always big into hip hop?
Badass kid.
I mean, yeah, I always rap and shit, coming up and shit. I used to always watch videos and shit in the news and shit. My grandma used to try to put cartoons on. I ain't fuck with that shit. I used to like the news, y'all don't know, seeing what's going on and shit. And hip hop videos and shit like that.
For sure.
I was the opposite.
Yeah, swear,
I still hate
bro.
the news.
Yeah.
Y'all watch the news, stay up
why
on
I
the
used to
current
like
events.
the news, bro.
I used to love Tom and Jerry.
I don't know what it was with that shit. I think my grandma used to always watch that shit, so I just
That's what it is. When you be with your grandparents, they be on that shit. Morning,
Swear.
I still read the newspaper, old as hell. My granddad put me on that shit, nigga.
Yeah,
But
on everything.
that's
man.
what's up though.
So when you was growing up on the hill, you know what I'm saying? I love to really get in and see what was y'all perspective growing up, outside of rap, before rap, fuck rap. You know what I'm saying? What was you into?
Where's always playing sports and shit? You feel me? It's the project, so it's 100 kids in the project, so we always wake up, go knock on each other's doors, go get niggas, go play football, shit like that. You feel me? Looking up to the rap niggas and shit, cause on the hill it was so many niggas. It was already a rap culture and shit, cause you got Mailman in them, you feel me?
Yep.
And other older niggas and shit from my way, it's Scorching Hot, Rated R.
Yep.
They had shit moving, and we always wanted to be like them niggas, you know what I'm saying? Cause they had shit cracking in the hood, so we just grew up on some music shit and sports. The hill known for sports too, so we play everything: baseball, basketball, football.
Right.
Yeah, man.
What was you nice at?
Everything, bro. I played everything. MVP in baseball, all that shit.
Oh yeah, you're the arm. You was pitcher.
Yeah, and catcher, second base, shortstop, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played everything.
I was trash at baseball.
I was official, but where'd you? So after that, where'd you go to high school at?
I went to Peabody.
Okay.
Cause I moved to the east side.
Okay.
I went to Peabody, and I went to Shenley too and shit. When my dad passed away, I ended up going to Shenley and shit. Moved with my grandma back up on Burroughs and shit.
Okay.
Ended up going to Shenley. I got kicked out of Shenley because all my niggas. It was I got kicked out of Peabody too, fighting and shit.
Yeah.
I was just getting kicked out of every goddamn school. Went to CARE, got kicked out, and ended up. My last school was the academy and shit.
Okay.
Went to the academy.
So when you was that young, I mean, what made you say fuck all the trouble and all that shit and just pick up the mic and start fucking with that?
I always wanted to rap though, so I don't know. It just came about for real.
Okay.
Just Fell in love with the studio.
So how'd y'all start? Like even like just getting to the studio for them that first time, like
I used to live around the corner from ID and shit. Like when I told you I moved to East Side, I moved out in Lawrenceville.
Okay.
I used to live right around the corner and shit. I used to catch the bus with Wiz and shit.
Okay.
From Peabody. He was going to the studio. And like it's just a walk around the corner and shit. Like I first went down there to fuck with my big cuz, Big Teddy Stacks and shit from over Garfield and shit. He was fucking with like S and them. And that's the first time like I was in there and I'm like, damn, this shit crazy. Yeah. Nigga Nizzy was in there rapping. I'm like, damn, this nigga going fucking crazy. I just fell in love with that shit from there.
You remember your first rap?
And then, no, I really don't remember my first rap. I remember the first time that I really put my own, like, put a verse down in the studio. It was when we was all down there deep as hell, and P6 was doing his mixtape, and I did a verse on that shit.
Okay.
That was like the first time I really in a real studio did my shit, cause we was always doing that shit at the crib, you know, the regular shit, recording ourselves and shit.
So like, let's fast forward to like FTR.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, how'd all that come about?
Really on the street aspect. We was riding around to that Gotti song. I'm a full-time hustler. I'm full-time real. And we that's what we came up with a name from that shit, for real. That's what that shit came from. We ran with that shit.
That was a movement.
Yeah, it wasn't even on the rap shit at first, and then it just carried over to the rap shit. That was just our clique. Right?
Yeah.
And then it just carried over to the rap shit.
Right.
And like my man Ratter wasn't even there from the original, you feel me, from the original when we named it that shit. But like he was squad, but you feel me, he wasn't there, like you feel me, a couple months later and shit. Then we started doing that shit.
Right.
Then as the years went, it just got bigger and bigger.
Right.
And he just started putting everything into that shit. Then we start rocking out from there and shit, for real.
Right.
It was like blazing 11, 12 with all the
11,
Bev Souls,
12.
Teflon.
Yeah, the Bev Souls was 2012 and shit. Tef passed away in 2012 and shit, November. So it was like from October, yeah, man. He dropped. I think he dropped the last one in November.
Yeah.
Like right before he got killed and
2012.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember everybody talking about it in class, like, yo, the Bev Souls.
Remember them shits like they was yesterday.
Yeah, man. I remember going to work in the mornings. Niggas hit me like, yo, the new Bev Soul just dropped. Yeah. We listened to it at work. So I remember
another one.
Yeah, another one. Like, damn, this nigga don't stop. So, because I remember y'all niggas used to come into my store down the street, get prepaids and shit, and always read up on your prepaids, pay your phone bill and shit. And I remember Ratter, he always be like, yo, I got my peoples. You know, he would drop CDs off and shit. Yeah. So definitely, we was always checking for that. You know what I mean? With Tef or whatever. So, definitely.
Motherfucking prepaids, niggas was switching them shits up like hell. Remember them fucking days?
Yeah. I remember y'all from way back. Y'all used to come in champs going crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Niggas coming there 100 deep. Like, God damn, here come these motherfuckers again, man. All the white Air Force Ones and shit. Like, God damn. That was good times, though.
Definitely was.
But with the FTR clique, so Tef, he was the main guy out front in the beginning?
No, I was.
Okay, so you were the main guy in the beginning in the front. Okay. It's just them Bev Souls really.
Yeah, and the Bev Souls
just blew the fuck up. That shit was really crazy.
Because he was going back and forth with me.
Blew up like a motherfucker.
Right. He was going at everybody for it. I feel he was going to go at a whole bunch more motherfuckers. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, that shit would have kept going, bro.
Yeah. We would be at 47.
That shit was going to keep going.
Yeah. How, how did the untimely passing of Tef affect you and, the FTR clique?
Shit affected crazy, bro, because it's like niggas trying to do this music shit and then you got street shit still going on. So it's like, that shit's kind of hard to do both. For sure. Like, I don't know if these little niggas understand that shit, but that shit is hard as hell to do both, bro. Because, like, if you fully deep in the streets and shit, it's kind of hard to just be out. You got to flyer up with your name on it, and the niggas you beefing with know exactly where you at. Like, especially if you beefing with some niggas who won't go. Like, you feel me? Like, that shit could get ugly quick. It's like kind of hard to do both, bro. So I basically just fell back and just had to see shit for what it was and shit. And you saying get myself together and shit.
Right.
And now it's go time.
And then we had the untimely passing of Ratter as well. Yeah. That's two big losses with the crew. You know what I mean? How did that one affect you?
That shit affected me. Like, you feel me? Like, that is my main man right there.
Okay.
And, like, that nigga believed in me more than any motherfucker out here. Like, you feel me? Like, he believed in me. Like, I mean, he felt like no nigga could fuck with me and this shit. So, like, that shit, like, was like a that shit fucked up a nigga's confidence a little bit too.
Rather kind of threw a battery in your back a little.
I mean, not like what type of battery?
Like, you know what I'm saying, just giving you, like you said,
like
more
the confidence. Yeah. You know, there's different types of batteries out here. Nigga go jump off a goddamn bridge with the wrong battery.
Right.
But yeah, definitely a little boost, you know what I mean? Like with the studio aspect too. Cause that's my nigga, you know what I'm saying? We're all getting money with each other, but he don't give a fuck what I got in my pockets. He still gonna go pay for that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I believe in this nigga. I'm pay for that shit.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it was just squad, you feel me? Like when he passed and shit, everything just broken up. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everything just fell apart. But trying to get this shit back together right now, you feel me?
For sure.
A lot of niggas is in jail. Niggas ain't here. It's kind of fucked up for real.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Definitely. So how do we get from,
There probably ain't like nobody like out here right now from the original clique, like nobody.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like if you go pull up that FTR mixtape cover, like probably only me and Smitty. Like there's nobody else out here.
Right.
Like everybody either dead or in jail and shit.
Yeah. So you keeping the legacy going on, you know what I mean, carrying the flag for real.
No doubt.
So how did you get from, tearing the nose into where you are now? Like, you know what I mean? Like turning the losses into the setbacks, you know what I'm saying?
I got
a lot of niggas would have gave up.
I got with Hardo, you know what I'm saying? And I just seen like this shit's bigger than what I was visioning.
Okay.
Like he brought me around some people and shit who really doing this shit. Like, you get what I'm saying? And I used to think like, damn, man, this shit ain't possible, man. Niggas ain't fucking blowing. Like this shit, I mean, we in Pittsburgh, like, you know what I'm saying? But now I see like it don't matter where you at for real. If you got that talent and you working hard, like you could get there. Like you could definitely get there.
Right. So how did the you and Hardo relationship, you know what I mean, how did that spark off?
I mean, like it wasn't even on no rap shit for real.
Okay.
Like we met on some rap shit, but it went deeper than rap. And I mean, that's my brother.
Yeah.
And it's basically what it is for real.
Right.
Like, man.
How long you knew him?
Knew Hardo. We met in 2011.
Okay.
That's when we met and shit. We when he first started rapping and shit. And we linked and did a song.
Yeah.
And it went from there and shit.
Let's get into the project. How long you been working on Cold Sweats?
I did like 2 of the tracks on there about like 2 years ago, but I wouldn't say like I was fully working on that shit 2 years ago. I just basically really start working on that shit. I did about 4 or 5 of them tracks in like 2 days, just in the summer. So I wouldn't really say that long and shit. Like,
what's your favorite jam winner? I Pray.
I think that's really like the biggest song for real that could really like do something wise. Like, you feel me? Like they got the most potential, I think, because it's more catchy.
Yeah, it's catchy. I like the cadence, the beat, and everything.
Yeah, man. Basically, what I'm saying, if you're a nigga out on the street, you can relate to that shit.
Yeah,
yeah, man.
Yeah.
Everybody want to make it back safe from going to go do what you gonna go do.
Yeah. Right. Who was some of the production on the album?
Slick LaFlair, he did too. Cormel, he did a whole bunch of them motherfuckers on that joint.
Okay.
And a few other people and shit, but Cash Money AP. Who else? TNT. Slick was the only person from the city and shit.
Okay.
Who I got with.
Okay.
I wanted to get Stevie on that motherfucker bad as hell, but the timing was all fucked up.
Yeah. Busy motherfucker. You always doing.
Was there anyone you tried to get that you couldn't? Besides Stevie?
Oh, Murder Beats too.
Or not even like
that man WAP shit is Murder Beats.
Like, but not even just as a producer, like a rapper or a singer or anybody. Was there anyone you tried to get that you couldn't?
I mean, I wasn't gonna even do no features, but the man Wapo shit was hard, and I felt like I wanted to put that shit out. The man Hardo song, I put that shit on the internet, and everybody was fucking with that shit. Everybody wanted it, so I'm like, damn, this shit gotta go on the tape. And
speaking of that,
man Profi,
you did one with Hardo on his project, the 80s, 90s.
Yeah.
When y'all first did that, did y'all know whose project I was gonna go on, or you was just recording for him?
He already knew it was gonna go on his, because everything he do, he sent over to his management, and they was like fucking with that shit heavy.
Yeah.
So he knew that was going to like basically make the cut on his project.
I dig it.
Because they picked out of so many songs, and that shit made the cut.
You got any visuals for this project?
Yeah, we starting to shoot and shit. We shooting Sunday.
Okay. Was there a documentary that was supposed to come with it? Or
yeah, it came out.
Oh, it came out?
Yeah,
Okay.
I dropped it the day before.
Okay.
Yeah, it's out.
And that's called Cold Sweats as well?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. On YouTube?
The documentary, mini documentary. Yep. Okay. It's like 8.5 minutes long and shit.
Okay.
What was the last jam you made? What was the first and the last jam? Like from the beginning of starting with the Cold Sweats, like to the end, like wrapping up the project? Like
the first jam was Granny. That was the first song I did was Granny and
ain't
shit.
That the second song of the album?
Yeah, it's they had fucked it up when they had 4 or 5 babies playing Granny.
Yeah.
So it was really supposed to be number 3, but they had it playing at 2 under 4 or 5 babies. They just fixed it on iTunes. I think everybody else is about to fix it and shit, but it's supposed to be number 3 and shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Granny was the first one you made, and then what was the last to wrap it up?
The last song was with me and Profi. Got my man Profi Luciano on there. His shit out right now too.
Okay.
What'd you think of the rap scene in Pittsburgh from what it used to be? Because like you just seen a lot. You know what I'm saying? In Pittsburgh. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? From it went to this to that. Like, what'd you think of it right now in 2019?
I think this shit getting more better for real. Like I think that. I think like people fucking with people a little more like in the city. It's a lot of niggas posting other niggas shit and showing love and shit.
Yeah.
Niggas fucking with niggas trying to leak up and do shit. Yeah. Like I feel like it's getting a little better. I feel like it'd be better though, but it's getting there.
Yeah, I was gonna say what you think needed to get it to that next level.
I just feel like the streets is getting so watered down, so niggas ain't even on that type of time no more. Like it used to be these niggas feuding with these niggas like all that shit, man. The feds and shit, all that shit, they sweeping up everything, homicide grabbing everything. So niggas is more just chilling, getting money, and just cooling it for real now. Basically, that's how I see it.
Yeah.
And everybody just fucking with niggas. Like if you making music, you know what I'm saying, niggas is fucking with who they like.
Right.
Yeah. What was the relationship like with you and Wappa? You was telling me, you know what I'm saying, you was like bringing him to the stew early on.
Yeah. That's my little bro, man. Like I knew Wap since he was running around in the diaper. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's my nigga. Like I fuck with Wap. I love that nigga, dog. He showed me nothing but love too when he had shit cracking. Like interviews, Post Gazette, all that. He mentioned me and all that shit. Like he let him know and shit. Like I was the first one who basically took him to the studio. And yeah, I mean, I had all the faith in the world in him. Like I knew what he was gonna be. I knew he had it in him to do what he did. And I always told niggas that.
Wasn't you at the Blue Hunnets session when they was like recording that?
Yeah, in LA.
Okay. Yeah. What was that like? You know what I'm saying? Like Wapo, Sledgerin, like, you know what I'm saying? Taylor, all the that Pittsburgh shit in there, you know what I'm saying? What's that vibe like?
That shit was official. We did another song that day too that I'm on and shit.
Okay.
Me, Chevy, Wiz, Wap, and Hardo. Yep. We did another song and shit too that same day and shit. But yeah, that shit was love, man. Just to be out in Cali with all the guys and shit, man, that shit was lovely.
Man, seeing where your career is now, it got to be like a breath of fresh air for real. Like seeing all the shit that you done came through, you know what I mean? From losing homies and the squad and all that to I see you out on your IG, you out Cali in the hills and shit on foreigns all crazy and shit. You know what I mean? How's that feeling? Like just getting up out of this shit, so you know, somewhat.
Just gotta boss up sometimes, man. Just start doing you for real. You can't just keep being stuck around the same shit.
Yeah.
Gotta expand your mind and shit sometimes. Like, I feel like niggas who ain't make it up out of the city and see other shit, niggas don't even be knowing like what it is to be, you know what I mean? Just to see different shit.
Yeah.
Like that shit is just like, you gotta go live, man. You gotta go live your life.
Right.
I mean, you only get one.
Yeah. You been on a few tours?
Yeah.
How's that?
Not my own, basically like rapping, but you know what I mean, I was there and shit.
Right.
Yeah, that shit be like, that shit's tiring as hell, but that shit is a great experience.
Yeah.
You feel me? Especially if you never was there and never did it. Like that shit. I feel for the niggas who been doing this shit for years. You know, they get tired of that shit. But for a nigga like me coming straight from the projects and shit, seeing this shit, man, that shit is like, that shit crazy.
Yeah.
Shit, I ain't tired.
Yeah.
Especially if I'm getting it bagged, nigga. Let's do it. Nigga, we gonna keep touring, nigga.
For sure.
We ain't gonna stop.
What's your favorite city you done touched so far?
As in what? Like, you talking about a tour?
Yeah, tour-wise.
I don't know, bro. It's kind of hard, like, because it was big headlines on them tours. So you know everyone be crazy. You know them niggas fan base be like, everyone be crazy for real.
If you could be doing any other occupation besides a rapper, what would you do in life, yo? Like would you be like a fashion designer or something? You be trying to kill the drip on Instagram.
Yeah.
I'd probably do some shit with sports.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I would still go to all the little kids' football games, basketball games, all that shit. Like I go to their practices, bro. Like I be attending to the kids and shit. Like, and man, I'm always at a random high school game. I might not even know a nigga on either team and shit.
Yeah.
Like I just be fucking with the youth.
Oh yeah. You like could just like mentoring them, talking to them and everything.
Yeah, or just showing my face, because there'll be a lot of people who fuck with me for my music, and you know they might just be happy to see me in that building and just want to show off and go crazy, like, and do their thing and shit. Like, so I just show up. Like, even bro, if I was big as hell, like most of these niggas, bro, I'd be doing the same shit, bro. Like, none of that shit ain't gonna change nothing.
Right.
And I'll be giving back to the hood, to the community, to this youth football shit. Like, I love that shit. Like, you feel me? If I ain't on no show, no tour, no none of that shit, I'm gonna be right at them games, nigga. Man, them niggas, new helmets, jerseys, all that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
All that shit.
That's what's up. Pittsburgh a sports town, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what's up. You give back to the community and all that. You know what I mean?
Cold Sweat's out now. Drama. Cold Sweat's the title of the project. You know what I'm saying? What's the motivation behind the project? What's the meaning of all that?
Like, I felt like I wanted to name my shit Cold Sweats because, like, you know, that shit is like fear, nervousness, and like that's like the definition of that shit. Like stress and shit like that. Like, basically, like coming up and shit, I lost my mom and shit at an early age. My mom died when she was 24 years old and shit. And I was a young nigga and shit.
How old were you?
I was 5. And, you know, I went to go move in with my dad and shit. And my dad was still in the streets and shit, but my dad was taking well good care of me and my sister. You feel me? And like that shit just basically, bro, like I ended up losing my dad and, you know, coming up in the projects, and I done seen a lot of shit, and that shit just relate to that shit for real. Like, just had a rough ass life. Like, I mean, you know, young as hell. I lost my dad when I was 15, so you know, that's where you really need your people, like, from there on, like, yeah, I mean, so I could know how to turn myself into a adult. You know what I mean? I was just a boy at the time. I was just fresh off of the big team playing for the Hill and shit. So, like, it was just, I think I was 14, matter of fact, when my dad died. Something like that. But, yeah, but it just came from that and shit. And
you on your own?
You know, fighting attempted homicide. I was getting told on. Somebody coming to court on me and shit, saying I shot him. Some shit that I didn't even do it. You feel me? One of my homies did it, but you know,
yeah,
I'm getting charged with this shit. So you know, the duct tape go over my mouth. You feel me? And I'm fighting that shit. I was willing to do the time for that shit, bro. Like, my lawyer I had and shit, he was coming to visit me down the county, man. I remember like it was yesterday. He coming to visit me down the county. He like, yeah, the best I could get you is like a 10 or 20, because you might as well just plea out, because if you go in here and fight, this dude's coming saying you shot him, and it ain't gonna look too good. So I'm like, fuck no. So I'm like, fuck it. Like, this is a lawyer telling me. So basically, I'm like, all right, yo, like, I'm gonna plea out to this shit. Like, you feel me? I know damn well I ain't do this shit.
Right. But
I'm still gonna plea out to this shit, just so I won't get hung.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I mean? 15 to 30 or whatever, 20 to 40, whatever the case may be. So I was going to take that shit. But I had bonded out on that shit previous before that. And I had 2 drug raids. I mean, the police ran up in the crib and shit. And I went down for 2 drug raids back to back. One was in November and the other one was New Year's Day and shit. So I was fighting 2. And then come around, I get picked up on attempted homicide when I was going to court for them. So I'm fighting 3 cases. So they end up revoking my bond. So I'm down the county with a revoked bond from one of the drug raids and shit. So I beat that shit when I was down the county. So I end up getting back on the streets. I fired the lawyer I had and shit. And I went to go get another lawyer and shit, Bill Diffender. I went to go get him and shit. And he just gave me a fighting chance, man. He like, man, we just gonna go in there and rumble.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Went in there and rumbled and shit. I ended up beating that shit. So my man Ryder was in jail and shit down the county. I take his 2 kids down there to go see him and shit. So I run into that same lawyer that I fired. You feel me? This is like probably like 1.5 years, 2 years later. I run into him and shit. Man, this nigga thought he seen a ghost.
That's big as hell.
Yeah, he like, damn, like, how you out here? Like, you feel me? And I told him. That shit was wild as hell.
Tell you
shit.
to do the 10.
Yeah. So like I really had like rough ass years, bro. Like yeah, I mean, especially after my mom passed and shit. Living with my dad, that was all good. But after my dad passed away and shit, it got rough after that. Like I said, the drug raids and Tempty case and all that. So I'm fighting cases, bro, for years on years. I mean, it just only been a couple years where I've been free and been able to really do what I want to do.
Do you ever have just like free like sanity, like just at ease, just or you always just like how you saying with this Cold Sweats like title? You know what I'm saying? Like that's how you always feeling.
Yeah, bro. I was losing so many homies and shit. Like man, every year I'm losing a different homie. I'm fighting cases. My peoples is gone. Like I just felt like Cold Sweats. That's just like what just fitted the most. You know what I mean, just stressed the fuck out, just going through shit. Yeah, I mean, but still staying humble, and people wouldn't even know it if you're around me chilling. But in the inside, you feel me? Like that
definitely
shit,
you got angels on your shoulders, bro.
Yeah,
like you know what I'm saying, watching over you. That's
yeah,
you got a wild story. That's a wild ass story, man.
Yeah.
You ever? I mean, because we lost our rays young too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So definitely can relate to that. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
You ever go to like therapy or anything, or you know what I mean?
Tried therapy when my dad passed away and shit,
Yeah.
but I ain't continue to go, bro.
Yeah.
Like once my dad passed and shit, bro, I just felt like I could do me. Like you feel me? My dad was on my ass, so I mean, my grandma was always there for me. You feel me? But I just felt like some leeway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My grandma leaving out to go to work at 6 a.m. You know what I mean? I'm supposed to be going to school right after she leave out 7. I was standing at the crib, skipping and shit, bro. Smoking weed and, you know, doing all, you know what I mean? Fuck myself over in school.
Yeah.
You was rapping about that on the project.
Yeah. Like, that shit was like, man.
Yeah.
You know, any kid would be like, man, some leeway. Shit was like a little different and shit.
Definitely, man. You got a dope story to tell, man. You know, shit should be a movie, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Documentary out now.
Yeah, man. You know what I mean? I know you got the doc out, but man, make a full length movie.
Yeah.
That shit would be fire. You know what I mean? Just you telling your life, man. But definitely, man, we appreciate you coming through. You know what I mean?
Doubt.
Keep working hard. Stay blessed, bro. This shit, you know, we fucking with you, bro.
Appreciate y'all for having me, man. Real shit, man.
Yeah.
I love what y'all doing. I'm fucking
it.
with y'all movement and shit.
Appreciate it. Anything coming up, you know, we could be on the lookout for?
These visuals, like they gonna be, you know what I mean? Like if you pay attention to my project, like I made it like that. But every song leading to the next song, like I don't know if a lot of people peeped it, because you know people probably just listening to the music, but if you pay attention to what I'm saying throughout everyone leading to the next song and shit, for real. Like so
that's important,
like
to the sequence of it.
Yeah, like Cold Sweats.
Yeah.
Then you got 4 Fat Babies. That's where I'm breaking it down, like where it started at, where it finished at, of me being out here just in the streets. Then it go to, you know what I mean, you know, my granny, you know what I mean, you know, all that shit. Then it go to I Pray, you know what I mean? That's about making it safe, you know what I mean? But then you got the next song, On the Way. You know what I mean? Then like on the way, like Harder be like, City Smart, they might know where I stay. Then you got the next one, man, WAP, City Ain't Safe. I mean, then so on. Like we go from every song leading to the next one. I put them in that order and shit, man.
You gotta listen to it in the way the album. I hate when people listen to an album on shuffle.
Yeah, and that's why I was so mad when they had Granny playing under 4 Fat Babies, because it was fucking my shit up. Even though everybody was still fucking with it, but still though, you know how that shit feel when it shit work. You know what I mean? You ain't trying to hear that shit. But we made an error and shit. It was our fault. We ended up getting that shit fixed and shit.
Shout out any of your social media.
Yeah, where can they find everything?
Find the project at
FTR Drama on all social media. FTR Drama, the same way it sound, all together and shit on everything. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that shit, bro. Everything.
Documentary, just
everything.
Cold Sweats documentary on YouTube.
It's on Tidal, Spotify, all that shit. Yeah, the documentary on YouTube. That's how you basically find me and shit. Shout out my man Ort, man. My man Jordan Beckham, my man Jake Martin for that documentary, for the footage and shit. Like, I mean, 100, real shit.
Definitely.
And, shout out the Trap, shout out FTR, and everybody else who fucking with me. My whole hood, Burroughs, all that shit up, up the way, the whole hill. The whole city, man, Pittsburgh. Definitely. This is just what it is.
Word.
New Wave Podcast.
Yep.